Hi, thanks for tuning in for another video. I felt like wearing brown today, so I decided to swatch all of my brown and nude lipsticks. I have 24 to show you, including some of these. They are bullet lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, and some glosses. So here we go. So I actually had the plan to film all my purple lipsticks today. I have 50 of them, so that's going to be a big swatch video. But with the color scheme I was going for today, I decided to just go ahead and do browns and nudes. The reason I'm doing nudes as well is because I literally put them in the brown category with my lipsticks when I, like organize them. I see a nude, even though some can lean really pink, I see a nude lipstick as something that leans a little more brown. Obviously my skin tone is light and the rest of me matches that, so my color of a nude lipstick is going to be very different from people with different skin tones, and they're going to look different on people with different skin tones. So I'm going to start with bullet lipsticks. The first three I'm going to swatch for you are from the Covergirl Exhibitionist line. Hopefully those are readable. There are 60 of these that either are being made or were being made. Not all of them I've seen in drugstores. Obviously there's like maybe 10 if I'm lucky, but this is one of the first lines that I just got completely obsessed over. The newer made ones smell so good and they've got shea butter in them, so they're very creamy and moisturizing. There are different finishes though. I'm going to start with the one called Streaker. It is a Demi matte finish. Okay, I have to do this backwards, but I'm going to try. The Demi matte is not as creamy, but it is a nice nude color. Some of you may see this as leaning pink. I can see a little pink in it. However, it pulls brown for me, especially because I have 32 of these lipsticks, including some pinks, and this just seems more of a nude color to me. Also, it's very brown on my lips. I'm not going to do lip swatches of all of 24, I'm sorry, but so that one's called Streaker. This next one is called Tempting Toffee, and it's a cream finish, so it should be a little more shiny. I definitely see more brown in this one. It doesn't really look like I have anything on when I wear this one, but as a chapstick or something, it's awesome. Okay, and then the last one is Dulce de Leche. This is the lightest of them. This is also a cream finish, but it's basically my skin tone. It kind of makes me look washed out and dead when I put it on. It leans brown, but if I'm trying to look, like I do creative looks sometimes, so maybe like a washed out look, I could like use it for something. It's handy to have, but I kind of look dead when I wear it. Covergirl is cruelty free, so none of those lipsticks are tested on animals, which is great. I'm going to continue to point that out as we go. I'm going to have these all listed below. I'll have the color, the brand, and like the line that they belong to, or the type, because sometimes it's not written on here. Okay, next I'm going to go to a Wet n Wild lipstick. I love Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is extremely affordable and cruelty-free. This one's called Skin Knee Dipping, and it separates the NY, so it's skin knee dipping, but it brings upon like the New York. This is a matte finish. I'm not crazy about this one because it's very drying. It's very drying on the lips. These look so pink in here. I promise though, it is a nude. And skinny dipping implies, flesh color, at least for lighter skinned folks. So it's a matte finish. Some people really like those and they are extremely affordable. Wow, I can't believe how pink that looks. This is really interesting. But it's a nude, so I have it in this category. After that is one that I've only seen online. It's by Nicka K. I buy all the Nicka K ones from Amazon. I have probably like 12 of them or something. This one has a weird name. Sorry. Believe it or not, I'm feeling very, oops, just got swatches on my dress. I'm feeling very down and like overwhelmed today. Filming kind of distracts me and I think that's good, but I might kind of dissociate in and out a little bit because I'm just having a day. The colors for these, the color names are weird. Like this is called Maroon. but it's definitely a warm brown. I don't do great with warm browns. They kind of look like poopy on me, but occasionally I'll wear something that it really ties it in. So it's not Maroon. Cruelty-free, it's affordable. When I say affordable, I mean under $15. Ideally under 10, but we're under, you know, somewhere in there. This was way less than that. I think it was like 7 or something. I may put the price below. That's what I forgot to say. I should have done this one before the Nicka K, but let's do another Wet n Wild one. These are called Silk Finish. They're $1. $1. I can't believe they're only $1. They have a silky like finish. This one's called Cashmere. I absolutely love this lipstick. It's like a muted brown. And it's soft and it's gorgeous and I love it. I have a different one on right now, but I'm gonna put this on. You can see how it gives a little more shine. For $1, these lipsticks are magic. The only problem I have with them is that the stupid cap is like shaped like that. So if you try to put it on wrong, you like can't, and then they break easily, but super recommend. I have a collection of these as well. It's a handful, not as many as some of my other stuff. Definitely not 32 like I have with the Covergirl. The next one is from Hard Candy. It's a similar kind of muted brown. It's gorgeous. It's a little bit, it looks more sheer, but it's actually not. It's a little bit more gray. It does have a similar shine. Apparently these are discontinued, but some of the colors can still be found on Amazon, and that's where I got this one. I have a handful of these as well. It washes me out a little bit, but there's occasionally, it kind of matches the dress color that I have here now. It's a beautiful finish though, and it's kind of a unique brown, grayish brown. I have another one that's similar to it later. Should I do it now? What I'm going to do is at the end, I'm going to try to swatch all of these on my arm in the order that I'm doing them now, and then you can see some of the comparisons rather than go out of order right this second. The next one's one of the deeper browns. It's another Covergirl lipstick, but it's a different line than the Exhibitionist ones. It says 24-hour matte. I'll put it down below. I've seen a bunch of these in the stores, but I don't like them. And first thing, it smells like dirt. It just smells like straight up dirt. It's a thick matte color and it's quite pretty. It's a very chocolatey brown. It just smells like dirt. And when you have other ones like these that smell like a bakery and they're soft and like supple feeling and like comfortable, and then there's this one that's just matte and dirt flavored. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to smell like, but it was bad enough that I didn't want any more in this. However, if this works for you or the smell doesn't bother you, that is a very nice chocolatey, opaque brown color. This color is called Watch Me. I'm going to do one more here. All of those previous lipsticks were from cruelty-free companies. So clearly we had 1, 2, 3, 4 brands there that don't test on animals, so clearly they can. However, the next 4 bullet lipsticks I'm going to show you are not cruelty-free. Starting with this one. This is one from L'Oreal. It's called Organza. These lipsticks are very luxurious. This one's a little bit of a shiny finish. It's like a medium to dark nude. They smell kind of weird, but also kind of nice because it's like this old-timey makeup smell. It's like makeup from the 90s kind of smell. Maybe, you know, that's because they've been around since the 90s, and maybe even earlier. I don't know, I'm not a historian. But, you know, it's nice, but it could be tested on animals, or the company tests on animals when they sell overseas. So I bought this in the beginning of 2021 before I realized that animal testing was such a big thing with makeup companies, so I will not repurchase this, and I use this platform to kind of explain and alert people, but I am going to use it up or until it goes bad. But while we have these here, I wanted to kind of, I wasn't sure whether I should include this one in the 24, otherwise it would be 23, so I decided to include it. I was recently given an extremely generous beauty haul for free that had a whole bunch of high-end stuff that I wouldn't have been able to afford otherwise. One of them is this. It's Gwen Stefani's makeup line. It's called Give. That's how you say it. I had to look it up. I wasn't sure whether to put this one in nudes or pinks, so I decided to at least swatch it next to the nudes today in browns and see if there's a verdict. This makes my OCD tendencies rise up too, because if you just put it on wrong, then the word doesn't like match. Sorry, I'm weird. Right, so it definitely looks more pink here. Let's go ahead and swatch it here and see what we think. Oop, could we go in like a semi-straight line? It looks similar to this one. This was the skinny dipping one. It does look similar to that. It's close. It's really close. I think it's more pink. I think it's more pink. I'll swatch these with the others when we do the complete swatching. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, and it's going to look different on your skin tone. I probably said that a million times already. I'm sorry. I like it. Of course, but I'm gonna put that one with pinks, I think. So I use makeup wipes for in between swatching. It can be really difficult because not all of them want to come off. I've actually strategically placed some of these for the end so that I don't have this problem, because, and then there's like, you know, it's wet down with a makeup remover, so you gotta make sure it's washed off enough to use again for the next one. There's no way I'm gonna try to do this left-handed over here, but if you're interested in doing swatch videos, it's a lot more work than just putting them on your arm. Okay, I have 3 more bullet lipsticks. Unfortunately, none of these are cruelty-free. The extremely generous large makeup haul that I got gave me this next one by Pat McGrath. I want to point something out though. These lipsticks, I'm going to put the price down below, but I believe they're like $30 or $40 a piece. They've got this signature lip on them, but this is the Wet n Wild one, guys. I don't know if they were trying to kind of knock off these, but this was like under $5 and this is like $20 or $30. No, I got it for free. Let me swatch it for you. I just find that interesting. Like high-end makeup, I very rarely find, I haven't tested a whole ton of it, right? Because I haven't been purchasing it. Maybe in the future, if this YouTube channel takes off, you know, it's the art part of the art and animals. Let's start with this one. This was another one that I wasn't sure if I should put with the pinks or the nudes. I find it leaning a little more brown or a little more skin toned, or like a lip, well, I have lip color on, a little more lip color. It really could go in either one. It's close to pink. The next 2 are from Revlon. Revlon has a lot of great lipsticks too, but they are not cruelty-free. The first one I'm going to swatch, I have had this probably since high school. I'm about to turn 42, and I've had this since high school. It's called Skin Light. I've still to this day not been able to find a replacement for it. It's old, and it talk about smelling makeup from like the 90s. I wasn't really into makeup back then, but I had a few pieces, and this just, oh, it just brings me back. It's a makeup-y, almost chemically smell, but it's so good smelling. I don't know how to explain that, but I love it, and I haven't been able to find a good dupe for it. I've been trying, but it's just a perfect nude for me. I'm almost, see how much more brown that is than the first one. I love it. I'm like afraid to use it up because I don't want it to be done, because they don't make this color anymore, but I might just keep it for the smell. The other one was another one I bought before I switched over to cruelty-free. It's called Iced Mocha. The Revlon lipsticks, when they do weirder colors, it's a little more subtle. I actually had this one on today when we started. It's a nice kind of frosty chocolate brown, I would call it. It definitely gives a good tint to the lips. It's definitely, you know, brown. It's nice, but not worth an animal safety. The next 3 are a little bit in between like a bullet lipstick and something else. I have a video with these. These are Wet n Wild Multisticks. They can be used for lip, eye, cheek, whatever. I tried to use one of the more beige ones for contouring my nose. They were a little light for my skin. But I thought I'd swatch these because technically they could be lipsticks. So the brown one is called Chocolate Cheat Day. I was looking for a really nice chocolate brown. I had to buy this one online instead of in the store. They've got a thin point, but it's just a really nice chocolate brown, and it's solid. These are opaque. So I really like this one. You can use these even just as a lip liner, and it's a bullet lipstick texture. They also screw up from the bottom, so you don't have to sharpen them unless you want a pointier tip. Go check out the video. There's a whole bunch of these, and I have all but 2, I believe. So you can check that out and find more of these. The next 2 are nude. One is more sparkly, and one is not. So which one is sparkly? Champagne Room and Nude Culture. So Champagne Room is a little more sparkly. I've tried using it as highlighter, especially on the nose, and you could totally get away with that. It is very much a champagne-y color. Pulls brown. And then Nude Culture is kind of the same thing, but matte. This would be a good contour color for slightly lighter skin tones than me. Sorry that these are kind of still visible, but it is what it is. Those first 2 look so pink right now. It really, really depends. And it's so helpful to see them all in a row because you can really tell the colors. Okay, the next 2 are technically glosses. I'm going to move over to like the liquid lipsticky category, but these first 2 were glosses. They're both from Covergirl, Melting Pout Vinyl Vow. I thought they were liquid lipsticks, but they're not. They are fairly opaque, at least at first, but they don't dry down. And they're a little streaky. They act like a gloss. But if you're looking for a nude gloss, this will work. It does add a little pigment, and it kind of is lighter than my lips. So if I add it, it kind of lightens up the lipstick that I wear. But you know, it's fun. I like it. I like that I have it, so I'll include it. The other one is, again, part of the Covergirl Exhibitionist line, except it's designated as a gloss. They have, the Exhibitionist line is like enormous, like how much products and colors they have and everything. This is a straight up gloss, but it is tinted as a chocolate brown. So I'm doing this blind. So you can see it's much darker of a gloss. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on actually. See how that really darkened it down? So if you have a brown lipstick on, but you want a gloss and you don't want your clear one to turn brown, Covergirl has a brown one, a red one. So you can, this is a really nice gloss. It's very hydrating, and it smells really good too. It smells like a bakery, so win. This next one is from Wet n Wild. It's a mousse texture. It's called Cloud Pout. It's a mousse. It's a lipstick mousse. I don't know how else you could describe it. It's like frothy. It's a chocolate brown, but get this, it smells like chocolate. It really does. I don't use this a whole lot just because it doesn't dry down. Sorry, I'm like veering off the course here. Let's put a little bit more on here. All right. So it's not real solid. You can build it up and make it opaque, but because it moves around a lot, it doesn't really stay. So it's not a gloss, but it's like candy. It just smells like chocolate, or at least like, you know, cookies or something. It smells really nice. But they do have a brown one. I like these. They're kind of a dupe for the Revlon liquid lipstick mousse finishes I have. I don't know if I recommend those or not. They're fun to wear, but they're not necessarily like go out all day kind of wear. The next 2 are from NYX. I have these in so many videos at this point. It's the Lingerie XXL liquid lipsticks. I don't know why I'm so in love with these. Probably because the first one I got looked really nice. These 2 are definitely nudes. One is called Undressed and one is called Turn On. Undressed is the first one in this line, so those are usually the lightest color. These do not come off, so I have to wait till the end to put them on. All right, so this one, the first one, is the Undressed one. Oh, it looks so pink, but it is the exact same color as my lip. Obviously, I have lipstick on right now, but it's the exact same color, so I don't really look like I have anything on when I wear that. It is called Undressed, so that makes sense, actually. This one called Turn On doesn't really make sense at all, but it's slightly darker than Undressed. These just do not budge. They're very opaque. They're cruelty-free. I'm just in love with them. However, I have tried other NYX liquid lipsticks that are just complete duds, but this one is called Turn On. Okay, and then the last three are from Revlon, which is not cruelty-free, but they're good lipsticks, especially these. The Color Stay Satin Ink. This is a very muted grayish brown, similar to the Hard Candy one I swatched earlier. I like it a lot. You have to kind of put 2 coats on. So this is this one right here. Yeah, I might try to put a second coat on. The interesting thing with these is that they're well pigmented and they dry down, but they stay a little glossy. So I really like this finish. They smell a little chemically, but it's not unpleasant. I've actually worn this one with this dress a whole bunch. So it's, yeah, it's just a nice little grayish brown, and I love the formula. If they go cruelty-free, because I know they've had some issues with finances, so maybe they'll sell to or be bought by a cruelty-free company, because it's a good product, but it's again, I don't want it being, let's just say, tested on animals. I don't want to say the graphic part, because then I've got a trigger warning and everything, and I don't want to trigger people. But anyway, there's another one of these that's nude. It's called Partner in Crime. Same exact finish, just a straight up nude. That brown one is a little more sheer for some reason. I do have a handful of these that I bought before I knew they were testing on animals. Yeah, but it's a solid nude. There's other ones very similar that definitely go into the pink, you know, category. Let's see, can I fit one more? I'm gonna fit one more on here. And then the last one, there's a whole bunch of these. There's different finishes for these. This is kind of like the normal one. They have a mousse finish that's kind of a dupe for the Wet n Wild one. They have a metallic version of these. I think most of the ones I have are the mousse ones. This is the only nude though. It's okay. These smell really good too, so that was one of the draws when I got them. They don't dry down too much. Let's put a thicker line on that. Yeah, they don't really dry down well. It's a straight up nude. Oh, I can smell it. It smells so good. It smells like a bakery. So that's this one here. Yeah, so that's 24 lipsticks in my nude to brown collection. I'm going to swatch them all for you in a row so that you can see, and we'll put all the information down below. I'm glad I was able to film this today. It's just something that I felt like doing out of the blue, so I figured I'd try to set up my lights and get some nudie brown lipsticks on my arm. We'll see if I can fit them all next, if I go a little smaller. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and check out a lot more swatch videos that I have. I have a white one, a yellow one for lipsticks, white lipstick, yellow lipstick, green lipstick I think is up so far. The Wet n Wild multi-sticks are in a video all their own, and others are forthcoming. So here's the lipsticks in the order that I swatched them. These down here, Wet n Wild Cashmere, Hard Candy, and these 3 Covergirl ones. These were actually the very first ones that I swatched, but on my arm, so they would have been here. But on my arm, this is basically the configuration that they are in. So here's a close-up of the lipsticks. Sorry if I hope the light is okay. Again, I will list them all down below. And let's switch to my arm. This is them on the floor. They kind of look cute. I got them all on my arm. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna do an overhead shot of these, but this is them all together. I couldn't quite fit all of them together. This is the Revlon liquid one, and this is that Hard Candy one that I said looked very similar. And then I swatched the Cashmere Wet n Wild one next to it. You can see how very similar all of these look, and yet they all have their individual perks. This is the Give one that I thought was the most purple. When I bend my arm, these all go onto my top arm. Some of them haven't dried down. These are the 2 glosses in the middle here. I think this one leans pink, but it also makes some of these others look pink that are definitely more browny, beigey, nude colors. Alright. Alright, and here they are in natural light. Just by a window right now. If you want more information on any of them, leave a comment below. I'd be happy to give that to you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Join me for other colors soon and check out the other colors I already have posted, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye! Okay, I'm trying a different lighting setups. It's hard to, like, it looks very different on camera than it does in my editing program, so, and then when I upload it to YouTube it looks different. So I'm gonna do the best I can. It's been flipping things and making things not readable and stuff. Anyway, so let me swatch you. Blooper. What was I gonna say? The first three I'm gonna swatch for you are from the Covergirl Exhibitionist line. Why are they upside down? Or are they just backwards? I gotta figure out if I'm backwards. Hold on. Dissociate. Something is ticking. I hope it doesn't blow up. The next one I'm gonna have... Did I finish talking about the nudes? I buy these are... Next, let's do another lit. Oop, did I just break it? No, it just went down into the thing. Okay. Val. I named it Val accidentally. It's very smooth. It's very nature. I got them all on my arm. Whoops.